Hey everyone, this is John Sonmez from Simple Programmer. Hey everyone, this is John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. John Sonmez here from SimpleProgrammer.com.
Yo, what's up, Bulldogs? All right. Can you guess my age in that first video clip you saw of me?
Hey everyone, this is John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com, and today I want to tell you about what I believe is the key to success.
I was 33 years old. Most of my adult life, I didn't feel like a man. I felt like other men around me were real men, but I couldn't understand why I didn't feel the same way about myself. I had grown up, I was responsible, I had a good job, I even worked out and hit the gym. But for some reason, I felt like something was missing. Before we lived in a world dominated by technology, every boy went through an explicit initiation process, which would usually involve overcoming dangerous trials, going through excruciating pain, and in some way demonstrating his courage and self-reliance. Through these rites of passage, a boy was initiated into manhood. Becoming a man is not an automatic feature of growing up, as I had once thought. That's why I was so confused. I had to learn to self-initiate to become a man. Here is the 6-step process to become a man. Step 1, Vision Quest. When I was in high school, a strange thing happened to me one morning. I woke up with the thought in my head, why not me? Why were other kids jocks and popular in school and not me? There wasn't anything drastically different about me. I was physically able, I was smart. There was no reason why I couldn't be exactly what I wanted to be, besides my own mental limitations. I sat down that morning and I envisioned the person I wanted to become in vivid detail. I didn't envision someone else I wanted to become, but instead a version of me who already had become that person. I imagined how he would walk, how he would talk, how he would dress, how he would chew his food. Then, I decided I would pretend to be that guy now. I started acting like I was already the person I wanted to be. I started dressing differently. I joined the track team and wrestling team. Every day I acted like and pretended to be this guy until I actually became that guy. The first step to becoming a man is to envision the masculine version of yourself that you want to become. Get a clear picture in your mind of this new version of you. Imagine every detail of how this masculine version of you would act. Imagine what this version of you would do. Imagine his daily routine and his attitude towards situations in life. How would he carry himself? How would he talk? What activities would he do? Then, simply play the role. Pretend to be that guy. Don't worry about being fake. Don't worry what anyone else will think. It doesn't matter. Just play your role as best you can. Step 2, circumcision. In Christianity, male circumcision represents a covenant between man and God. It's a promise that will not be broken. Commitments are powerful. When we're truly committed to something, we do it whether we feel like it or not. To become a man, you must first develop discipline. You must be able to endure emotional and physical pain. You must do things not because they feel good, but because they must be done. A man without discipline will never be able to fulfill his mission in life. It's easiest to start with building physical discipline because it's the most straightforward and can easily be measured. You can create a set workout routine, whether it be running so many times per week or lifting at the gym, and train yourself to do it every day, whether you feel like it or not. Set up routines and systems for your life and strictly follow them. If you don't want to be ruled by others, you must learn to rule yourself. Step 3, kill your father. Before Luke could become a Jedi Master, he had to prove himself by defeating Darth Vader and resisting the dark side. Like Luke, you too must defeat your father to free yourself from the constraints of boyhood and become a man. You must metaphorically kill your father by overthrowing his patriarchy and establishing your own. As a boy, you constantly seek the approval of your father, but to become a man, you must get rid of the need for your father's approval and replace it with your own. You must remove your father from the throne in your life and crown yourself king, taking up your own scepter and replacing your father's value system with yours. This is what it means to be your own man. You must establish clear boundaries and hold them. This will create conflict, but it is necessary conflict. Like Darth Vader, your father will not give you an easy win, but also like Darth Vader, he ultimately wants to see you succeed at this task. If your father's not with you anymore, your father left you at a young age, you must psychologically and symbolically cut these ties. Step 4, leave your mother. My mom died a year and a half ago. She was one of the most nurturing and caring people I ever met. One summer when we lived on an Air Force base in Mountain Home, Idaho, I was playing in the field with some friends of mine with some BB guns. I started shooting at one of the kids, and he aimed at me and shot me square in the chest. I got on my bike and rode home as fast as I could to tell my mom. She was furious. She drove out there, rounded up the kid, and asked him where he lived, and she followed him back to his house and told his mom what he had done. The reality of the situation is that I made the choice to shoot my BB gun at that kid, and when he shot back, and was a much better aim, I got exactly what was coming to me. But my mom tried to protect me from the consequences of my actions. In the real world, mom isn't going to be there to protect you. In the real world, you have to make your own choices and fully accept the consequences of those choices, good or bad. No one is going to come to your rescue. To become a man, you must get rid of the victim mindset. You can't blame other people for what happens to you, but instead, you must take full responsibility for your life and actions. Step 5, fight a lion. At first, I was only afraid to go on roller coasters, so I would just avoid them and tell people I didn't trust engineers when they asked if I was scared. But then 9/11 happened, and now I was also afraid to fly in airplanes, so I mostly drove places or didn't go anywhere. Then I had a nasty spin out on some black ice, so I refused to drive anytime it was snowing. Before I knew it, I was having full-blown panic attacks and I could hardly function at work. It got so bad that for a 2-week period, all I did was go to work, sit on the toilet to avoid everyone as much as I could during the day, and then go home and get in the bathtub until I could finally go to bed. It all started with a little cough that made me feel like I couldn't get enough air. Finally, out of desperation, I found some advice on the internet. Someone said that the best way to stop a panic attack is, instead of trying to tune it out or distract yourself or avoid conditions that trigger them, crank it up to an 11. Try to feel as much fear as you possibly can. Don't avoid it. Just confront it. And when you do, you'll reach a point where it can't get any more intense and you'll realize you're fine. I doubted this would work because I tried everything else, but like that, I was instantly cured. If there ever was a magic bullet in life, I had discovered it, and it was called courage. I booked a window seat on a flight. Instead of closing my eyes and trying to listen to music while the plane was taking off, I looked straight out the window at the ground. Instead of wishing the turbulence would stop, I bounced up and down with it like a crazy person and almost screamed out loud, "Is that all you got?" I got on a roller coaster. I got on every crazy roller coaster I could possibly find. I watched my Apple Watch show my heart rate hit 120 beats per minute while I was standing in line. I didn't care. It turns out fear and excitement are physiologically exactly the same in the body. It's only the mind that makes the difference. After one of my runs, I was walking down the street by a coffee shop where a pretty girl was sitting with her friend. I vaulted over the fence, sat right down next to them, and got her phone number. Fear is not going away. You cannot stuff fear into a closet and shut the door. The next time you come back to your house, you'll find fear has moved out of the closet and into your master bedroom, and it's having a frat party in your living room. If you want to be a man, you must actively confront and face your fears. They will never go away on their own. Hey, thanks for watching. Real quick, if you would just do me a quick favor, if you would just click that like button down below, it will really help me to reach more people with this message and to grow the channel. I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Let's get back to the video. Step 6, walk through the fire unscathed. The final and perhaps hardest step in your journey to manhood is emotional mastery. You must learn to master your emotions if you want to become a man who people respect and trust to lead them. Emotional mastery is not just repressing your emotions, but it means to fully feel your emotions but not allow them to control your actions. Boys are controlled by their emotions. When a girl they have a crush on rejects them, they cry or lash out in anger. When they're frustrated by a video game, they throw the controller across the room. Eventually, They learn to suppress and disguise these emotions by becoming numb and choosing not to feel anything rather than confronting what they are feeling. But a man must learn to feel the pain and keep on walking. He must learn to process his emotions with an open heart and non-attachment to the outcome. I did a whole video on how to master emotions and the 3 levels of emotional mastery that you can watch next.